Someone asked two questions. The first one has got to do with your affiliation with the NPP and when you left, when they needed you, according to Salma.
Unfortunately, maybe because of Salma's age, she may not have the history of NPP. I was a founding member of NPP from 1992. I was the chairman of a group called the Young Executive Forum, which was the financing arm of the NPP. At that time, the professionals, the businessmen, the young people who really mattered in society at that time, who were brave and courageous enough to stand against Rawlings at that time. Because we are businessmen, we are on our own, professionals. All of them, I was their chairman. Name every person you can think of here in NPP. I was their boss, I was their chairman. My secretary was former Minister of Finance, Kojo Redu. You know, this is chairman of the Young Executive Forum. I've been a member of the National Council, all the high decision bodies at that time. In 1996, the Young Executive Forum actually nominated me to contest against President Kufuor Addo because they felt that they needed a certain type of people who convinced me that I should allow them to go, and then later on I can come. I said, no problem. Me, I have time. Leaders of the party, any name you can think of. The current president was one of them. Dr. Addo Kufuor was one of them. Osafo Mafo, Michael Kwe, Hakmausa Ajimai, all these big people. 17 leading members of the party. When we finally went to Legon, there were only two of us left.
Yes.
Nana Akufo-Addo and myself.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes.
I decided that the party had become so disintegrated that going into another round of elections, my fear was that it will actually lead to further disintegration. So I decided myself that since he's older than I am, I would support him. We don't need to go into a second round to break the party. I mean, this is the measure of supreme sacrifice since that time. And after that, even though I contest with the president, he himself will attest to this. I'm the single person who is able to campaign with him throughout the country. So, unfortunately, what's your name again?
Salma.
Salma. If there's anybody who can make a... There are people now, I don't want to mention names on open air, young people who have come into the party, now talking big. When, as we say in Ghana, when we, where were they? They are even in school. They are even in school. These are our children. You understand? Some of my own people feel that I stayed too long in the party. I was too patient. But that's the mark of a statesman. That's the mark of leadership, you know. And so that is why I came out at a time that no serious person in NPP can make a claim against me. No serious person.
Okay.
You know. So I bid my time, and I left at the right time. And that is why people believe in my message. Forget about the NPP; it's a declining party. You know, so and then she made she also talking about affirmative action. I'm happy about your desire to ensure that the affirmative action bill comes into free.
I think it's a law now.
It's a law now, but she was talking about the implementation.
Yes.
I'm saying that I'm also a firm believer in the implementation, execution of that. You know, many years ago, when I started training and building entrepreneurs. My record is there. I mean, sometimes you don't want to mention this in public, but I can say boldly on air that 60% of all the thriving local businessmen, they all came through my hands, both men, women, you know. And at that time, I did what I call positive action for women, because I deliberately identified women and brought them into my program. And they were like high flyers. So I believe in women, and I believe in affirmative action.
All right, Larry, let's take the next batch. 3 questions, and I can understand Mr. Kyerematen's zeal and information just for us to get to know what he's doing and all that. But if we can actually have that briefly so that we can have more questions taken within the time that we have. Yes, Tony.
So we have